What's up, Ferrall fans? Mafia here with you. As you can see, I'm no longer alone. Now Carver High is back in the mix.
Good to be back.
So if you got tired of seeing my face for the last week, you kind of block out half the screen, you're all set.
Buddy, he did a great job. I watched all the videos last week. It was outstanding.
I appreciate that. Now, Scott will be back tomorrow, so don't worry. You'll be back to him doing show clips the rest of the week and for the foreseeable future.
Yep.
But for tonight, the big thing talked about, of course, NFL takes center stage as per usual whenever anything happens in there. But Antonio Brown signs a big deal with the Steelers.
That's right.
Gets the big money that he's been looking for the last 2 years. Do you think it was smart for the Steelers to lock him up long term with the things that he's had with the penalties on the field and the social media off the field?
I think they had to do it. I think it was worth it. I think it was a great move for them. Listen, he's the best, if not one of the two best wide receivers in the NFL. It's hard to find guys like Antonio Brown who are going to catch as many balls, catch as many touchdowns, and stay on the field and be healthy as he does. I got no problem with them giving him big money. And if they had to choose between him and Bell, they're still going to have Bell next year. He's going to get franchised. He's going to be there. I think giving the long term to Brown, if you could only give to one of them, for me is better.
I agree. It's the smart play. The guy produces like nobody else. I mean, he has his problems here or there, but you don't hear about some of the mature things he does off the field, like the whole bet that he had with Marshall. When Marshall was going to give him the car, he's like, you know what? I got cars. I don't need it. Donate the money to charity. So he does do good things. He does do mature things. We just highlight all the stupid things he does, and hopefully he'll limit those now. He's getting the big paycheck. They've putting him off the last 2 years on getting him a new deal. Now he finally got it, so good for him. Hopefully the Steelers can use that and make a better showing next year if they get against the Patriots than they did this year. Like you said, Bell gets franchise tag. Also getting franchise tag, JPP for the Giants, Chandler Jones out in Arizona, Ingram with San Diego. Guys like that, which ones of them would you try to get the long-term deal done? Which ones would you hold off and maybe see what they do next year?
I like Ingram the best out of those three.
Okay.
I really do. And here's the one theme with all these guys. They're all pass rushers.
They are.
They're all big-money pass rushers who get to the quarterback. As we saw for 2.5 quarters in the Super Bowl, what do you need to beat Tom Brady and the Patriots?
Pass rushing.
You need pass rushing. You need to get there. You need to whack the quarterback. That's what these three guys do. I like Ingram the most. I would give him money long-term. JPP, he's done what he's done with the Giants. He had the 1 year, of course, with the firework incident, but he's come back from that, and he's made it happen, so I got no issues there. Chandler Jones probably would be third for me on that list.
Okay.
Just,
off the field stuff?
Yeah, a little bit of that, but he could still get it done, too. They're all great pass rushers. I like Ingram the best out of those three guys.
I agree with you, and it seems like the way things are going right now, you might have to lock all three of them up into long-term deals. Because
these guys are hard to get.
Yeah. I mean, who knows what the Jets will get for Sheldon Richardson if they decide to trade him, because everyone's trying to get these pass rushers now.
You need them. It's the way to win in the NFL. You got to have pass rushers.
What about Bell? Do you keep him on the 1 year deal and see what happens next year, or do you lock him up long-term?
I think you still got to go 1 year with him. He's had his issues. We've seen him get suspended a couple of times now. I think it's good for the Steelers to go another year here. See if he stays out of trouble. Now, listen, when we talk about getting in trouble, it's a whole other thing. You kind of talked about on the show tonight. We're talking about smoking marijuana. Right. Some people think it should be allowed anyway. That's another story altogether. But in terms of him he still gets suspended for it. It's still there, and you get suspended for doing it. So let's see if he gets in any kind of trouble. I think he's one of the 2 or 3 best backs in the NFL, if not the best. But once you start giving all these guys big contracts, eventually you can't give it to all of them.
Yeah, I agree with you.
That's the tough part.
He's one of like the few running backs in the league where he is a top tier, legitimate 1A, no one is like him type running back. Right. You got him, you got a few others, not many in the NFL these days.
Oh.
You got Zeke down in Dallas. Used to have AP. Who knows if he's going to stay in Minnesota with things going on there? That's another story. But there's not many guys like him. You got to keep him signed.
David Johnson, there's few guys.
Yes, but like you said, with the injuries with the marijuana, with the injuries that he's had, you got to keep your eye on him and see if he's worth signing up for long term, because that's a lot of money that you got tied up between Big Ben, between AB. You got to fill out the rest of the roster. I agree with you.
Right.
Keep him on the 1 year deal. He's going to get almost $18 million as it is, so he's not getting
I'm sure he'll be fine getting the $8. I'm sure he'll be fine getting almost $18 million this year.
That's a lot of hashish there. So he's getting a lot of money. We'll see if he plays it out and if he can stay healthy and stay on the field, and if he can get a bigger deal next year. So like I said, Scott will be back tomorrow. We'll get the full force going on on the bench. Tune in tomorrow night, 10 p.m. East, 7 p.m. West. See you then.